What's up guys, in this video today I'm going to be looking at a question that I've been asked in the Q&A with Shreddybrek series, but I thought let's take a look at it in its own video today, and that is, what supplements do I use to become the bicep popping, ass to grass squatting, Shreddybrek son of a gun? So I know a lot of people on YouTube doing fitness videos, muscle videos, bodybuilding videos, that sort of thing. They're big into the supplements, they're big into the pre-workouts, post-workouts, different types of protein, different things they can take to get an extra pump, all that sort of stuff. But for me, you might be a little bit disappointed to find out that supplements I keep pretty basic, and that is, I keep pretty basic. And I stick to what I believe is the core supplements, and it's the supplements that I would recommend to anyone, and that really comes down to just two supplements, and that is whey protein and creatine monohydrate. Now I've used a few different types of whey protein in the past, few different protein powders, but the one I've used most often, the longest one that I've used, the longest brand that I've picked, and the one that I always go back to is, I've already covered them in a video, my protein. Now the reason for this, pretty much it comes down to price. I find that my protein gives decent quality protein for a very competitive price. Service 9 times out of 10 is pretty good in terms of delivery, that sort of thing. Occasionally you do miss your delivery, they'll deliver a day late, that sort of thing, but overall it's pretty good. But the reason I recommend whey protein is because it's convenient, and it really does help you get your protein intake up, especially if you have a hard time eating, especially if you're not a big eater. If you struggle to fit meals in, you might be at work, college, school, whatever it is, you might not have time to have a meal, you might not have time to cook. But protein shake, simple, you can just put it in there. Now I think whey protein is, although I don't use whey protein as much now as what I've done in the past, when first getting into weightlifting, when first started adding the mass that I've got now, whey protein I would recommend to anyone because of the reasons I've just listed. Price, especially for my protein, very good, can't really go wrong with that. Now I normally have protein with milk. I have protein at the minute, sorry, because I'm cutting, my milk intake is very low, but pretend I'm not cutting for a competition, pretend I'm adding weight, adding size, adding muscle, is probably quite a lot of you are trying to do. I always have whey protein with milk. Now, if you're looking for size, if you're looking for mass, then go for the blue milk, go for whole fat, full fat milk. This is because when you eat protein, natural protein from natural sources, so from animals, it's always got fat with the protein. Now, whether or not that's chicken, yeah, it's low in fat, but there's fat in there. Eggs, you don't get an egg white without egg yolk. Quite often you might get double yolk in there. And that's because the fat helps you absorb the protein. So if you're having it with blue milk, then you're taking that fat in and it's the extra calorie to help you bulk up and add on the extra size and the extra mass. But for cutting, at the minute, I'm taking it with water. At the minute, I only really have whey protein post-workout. I don't have any other time of the day. But I don't see any real problems with having a protein shake 2 or 3 times a day to try and get them calories up, try and get that protein intake up. But I would always advocate real food over whey protein, but I would also always recommend that whey protein is a crucial must-have supplement if you're looking to buy supplements. Now the second supplement I use, again, my protein branded, and that is creatine monohydrate. Now I think creatine's good because it's one of those products that I do notice the effects of, but not like many people on the internet proclaim it affects them, not like a lot of forum users proclaim, not like a lot of people I know state, but I do notice the effects of creatine. Now a lot of people I know, a lot of people who have read posts by the internet, they say that creatine is probably the best supplement, the only supplement they can have. Now yeah, I'd say it's good, but I'd recommend this bad boy over creatine. And I think creatine often gets over-exaggerated by users. Probably because they've spent the money on it, don't want to feel like they've been cheated, they've been wasting the money, so they big up the products to make themselves feel better. What I've noticed that creatine does is increase your strength and does help you add fat. It does help you add weight. Now, in terms of the strength, don't expect to be sort of benching 120 kilo plates or 144, 45 pound plate each side 1 week, and then 2 weeks later be doubling that weight, because that's just unrealistic. If that's what you're expecting, then even the juice is going to disappoint you. But creatine does help your strength in terms of, if you're stuck on a weight, if you've plateaued on a weight, you might be able to squeeze out an extra 1 or 2 reps. You might be able to up that weight slightly and get a good rep range on it. So for me, I think for the price that creatine is, again from my protein, I think it's worth it. In terms of adding weight on, then yeah, creatine can help you do that as well. Things I don't think that creatine does, I don't think it makes you bloat out, I don't think it makes you look huge, I don't think it makes you look freaky. Like a couple of people in the gym have told me they feel off creatine. I think they're on more than just creatine. I think they're on a hell of a lot of juice, but I think creatine is one of those supplements that I would recommend to almost anyone. I've personally not suffered any bad side effects, adverse side effects from it, and I've never read anything that has bad side effects linked to creatine. All I would say is, if you're going to be using creatine, drink plenty of water, lots and lots of water, and then, in my opinion, you'll be okay. So that's it. Those are the only 2 supplements I would really recommend to anyone. I also use BCAAs and L-glutamine, but I wouldn't recommend those to everyone. Those are just extras. Now these supplements here I'm talking about, the protein and the creatine, are really just the icing on the cake, or the sprinkle of dash on your delicious bowl of Shreddybrek. And that means that if you don't have your diet sorted, you don't have your workout routine sorted, if you don't have good eating habits, if you don't have good training habits, then all the supplements in the world won't help you. What you need to do is get sorted with the principles, with the core values of training, and that is getting your diet sorted, getting your training sorted, staying focused, staying motivated, and then look to add supplements into your regime as a bonus, as an extra. Don't rely on supplements, don't think that supplements is going to help you reach your goal when the basics aren't being hit. So that's it guys, keep your questions coming in to me. I enjoy answering them, I enjoy doing these videos for you, and I hope that you take something away from it. So if you want to ask a question, put it in the comments that are below, or send me an inbox, or head over to the Facebook, head over to shreddybrek.com, ask away, and then I'll try and get a video up for your question, provided my answer. Now, I hope you've enjoyed the video today. If you have, hit the thumbs up button, and of course, never miss a video from Shreddybrek. Hit that subscribe button, and for now, that's it guys. So from Shreddybrek, I'm going to love you and leave you. Oh yeah!